actually, I sequestered myself. I was hurt. Like I said, I was hurt. I felt like I let my people down. Came out here with a goal and I didn't achieve it. I was like, dang, what are my people gonna think back at home? I know they set the bar for me high. I gotta live up to expectations due to my brother being a world champion, former Olympian, you know. So it's like, well, what are they gonna think? I let them down. I really did. I know they gonna look down on me for this. I was wrong. So I didn't get too much word from Shakur after I lost, but I'm pretty sure he would encourage me to keep my head up.
And even after the loss, you know, it was controversy with the judges and everything. How did that affect you?
Oh, it definitely did. You know, I knew what the business was about, as far as the networking and the politics and stuff like that. But I never thought that it can happen on a monumental stage like this. You know, I can see it happening on a low budget, local event. I think it'd be fair ruling here. You know, it's the Olympic Games. It just caught me off guard.
How do you deal with a bad call like that? In professional sports, there are bad calls. How do you cope with it to move forward with your career? What do you learn from it? You know, how does it impact you going forward?
Actually, going forward is what I learned from it. I know that I gotta dominate a lot more. I can't leave it up to the judges. I can't leave it to as though people say, oh, it was a good match. No, it was about even. I can't take it there. I gotta push the envelope a lot more. The only way the fight is gonna be mine's guaranteed if I got the guy on the ground.
Is there any doubt in your mind you won that last fight?
Oh, no doubt at all. I know I won. But once again, the only thing that really matters is the right. I knew he had to win in this past.
Before you left, we talked about how a lot of this is going to be mental for you, getting out there in the first fight. How important was getting that first round behind you to realize that you belong there?
Actually, the first round was very important, because the very first fight, it was a kid that I fought 2 times before, and a lot of people was like, oh man, Gary, this guy going again. Let's see if he's gonna redeem himself. So there was a lot of tension going on as far as the social media and around me. People thought I was gonna lose. Some people wanted me to lose because they were so close to a friend with Guy Richard. So I got past that and I said, oh, this tournament mine. This tournament mine. From there on now, I said, I got this tournament.
Any satisfaction that this guy went on to win the gold? You knocked him down? Beat him up?
I most definitely congratulated him. He got there like how I got there. He worked his tail off. Anybody that made it to the Olympic Games deserves to be there. I know how much hard of a worker I am, and I work my tail off, night in and day out. Like, come on, school and damn near 8-10 hours a day. Every Monday through Friday, I'm working constantly, 2 times a day. So me going through that type of physical stress and pain, I know they had to go through the same, whether it was gymnastics, swimming, basketball, wrestling, whatever the sport is. I know they had to bust their tail to get there.
Did anybody from the Uzbekistan team come over and just give you an eye and just be like, hey, based on what the fans were saying, they'd be like, hey man, you did a good job?
Not at all. I mean, the fighter who I fought, he came to me after the fight and the decision making. He was like, oh man, I'm still dizzy. But I want to
so it's kind of admitting
it. He admitted it without admitting it.
But he admitted it, but he didn't admit it at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. So it was a guilt thing there.
Did you feel a little bit salty after you heard about what the AIBA was doing after Michael Conlan, after what happened to you?
No, I didn't. I mean, instantly I felt upset. Instantly, I heard I'm not up there for Michael Conley. I'm not up there for any other boxers. I'm up there for me and my family and my extended ones. That's who I'm up there for. Self-perseverance, financial stability. That's what the world is about. Keep it straightforward to reality. If you want to take it to reality, that's what it is about. financial stability. We're not going to be here forever. We got offspring, we got kids. We're going to have grandkids soon. You know, so we got to provide for them. But once again, strategically speaking, we planning ahead of time. This is our way of planning ahead of time.
The feedback that you receive from everybody on social media, all the famous athletes and other categories that you made there, how did that somewhat numb the feeling a little bit?
It did. And
It letting you know that it came from them?
This put the icing on the cake. Seeing y'all here it was just an amazing experience all the way around. Going through that trauma and coming back being loved. People telling me, "Oh man, you really want that fight?" I'm talking about my father friends coming to me. I'm like, "Oh man, who's this guy?" He said, "Oh, I showed you. I watched the fight. Man, you represented us well."
You did.
And here I go thinking that I just threw dirt on our name. You know, just threw dirt on my family.
One last thing, out of everybody in the Olympic Village, who do you tend to get along with outside of your sport the most with? Who do you vibe with? Swimming, gymnastics, basketball, anybody?
Treat everybody equal. You know, everybody get the same love from me. I know it's a mutual respect thing. I don't rub anyone wrong. People don't rub me wrong. If I do feel a negative vibe, I try my best to, gate it before I even interact with that person.
Yeah, because I forgot you're not a big sports person anyway, so it probably didn't pay you too much mind.
No, but me and Kevin Durant had a good talk.
Being from the same, same area.
And Carmelo Anthony, funny guy, all of them goofy. They real goofy, all of them. They some cool guys. I met them. Simone, she's a gorgeous woman. Gabby, all of them outgoing. You know, I enjoyed myself. I didn't feel hate. There was no controversy going on other than a judging. You know, everything was just peachy.
Okay, man. Congratulations. Welcome back, brother.
Man, thank you. I'm glad to be back.
If you're turning pro, what are the next steps?
The next steps is find ways to cover our tail. It's a business, so we gotta plan ahead of time. You know, make the necessary adjustments as far as contracting, as far as what we're gonna do, who we're gonna fight.
So you taking any time off, any break or anything?
I have a little time off. Right now, I consider this as a time off.
So do you foresee a fight in the end of this year or beginning of next year? Pro fight?
Probably beginning of next year. That's just my guess.
Yeah.